About 2 days ago, the announcement from DeepSeek AI model crushed Nvidia stock and it lost about $600 billion. It's a huge amount lost. And all reason because they says, hey, we're building better model for much cheaper. Well, in this video, what I want to do, I want to explain what's different, what's same between ChatGPT and DeepSeek, why it's having this impact on the market. Also, I will show you how you can install this very easy, very simple and fast on your computer and test for yourself, see if it's real good or not. And as well, we'll run a little bit tests between ChatGPT, because what they're comparing themselves, and a DeepSeek, and see is it really that good, or it's just a smoke screen, paper dragon, or tiger paper, just only showing does it really do something good or not. And besides, I will show you some different models, specialized training with DeepSeek, see how you can use them as well. Well, first, let's go look at model. And if you notice, they compare DeepSeek version 3, R1, and a quarter. So it's different version it is. B3, it's a full-blown big model. And it's have big capabilities of the training, but it's most likely cannot run on your computer. It's required quite a bit beefy. When I try to run on mine, it says I need like 460 gigabyte RAM on my computer to run, which I don't have that beefy computer. So, and then they have it R1, a smaller model, which can run with different stuff. And they have it actually in models with different compression, different sizes. And also they have it a quarter model that you can run if you are more programming like I do, and this perform very interesting. So what is the difference between ChatGPT and a DeepSeek? DeepSeek, it's same reasoning algorithm they're using, but they utilize quite a bit interesting system because it's self-training and self-evaluating. So when it's create code, it's quite a bit very smart and clever way what they've done with how it's work. But here's the thing. This says when ChatGPT, OpenAI, they spend billions of dollars training this. We done this for about $9 million. Well, that is not total true, because when ChatGPT or OpenAI was training the models, they start from the zero. It wasn't data. Then it going to like Reddit. Then it was going to Wikipedia. They pull out raw data compile, which is take a lot of time, take a lot of training, take a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of rework, a lot of discovery. DeepSeek did not do this. All what they did, they trained the model on another model. For example, they admit they was using already existing LLaMA model to train their own model, which in some case, okay, it's a nice approach, but it's a similar things. If I go download the code on my machine, run and says, hey, look, I have it AI for free. Are you guys spend $9 million? See, it's not necessarily exactly the same as we're comparing this way. So it says, we spend only $9 million and you spend billions. It's not correct, because those guys create at the beginning, they run, they collect all data, everything, they develop technology. These guys already use it what exists and use the data already that was exist. They did probably train with some additional elements, and don't take me wrong, it's a very clever what they done, some stuff, self-evaluation stuff, some models, how they approach to cleaning. It is very clever. For example, DeepSeek version 3 right here, it's a huge model. But they used this version 3 to train like a student smaller model, R1, which is have a lot of capabilities of V3 to some extent. And I will tell you where's a minus and fail on this one. But it's now useful. Now it's small model. And because of the small model, it's people even run on Raspberry Pi. I saw this one. So it's incredible because you can utilize teeny tiny processors, not necessarily big GPUs, what Nvidia was producing, to run this code. And this is the reason why Nvidia dropped, because many investors, they look and says, hey, we don't need this massive GPUs now, the farms. We can run on small things. We can use the AI on small things. We don't need those farms to train models anymore. Well, it's not true, because you still need them. You still, somebody needed train those models, collect data and everything. It's meaning because those guys did not train themselves on a raw data, that is a different. So misunderstanding, it was leading to some investors who more care about, hey, I want to make money, to pull out and do the stuff. I guarantee you stock will bounce very soon back, and probably even stronger when people realize in the technology and everything. It does not take anything less from those guys. They did incredible work, and the biggest difference also between these, it is DeepSeek. It is open source. It's free, which is kind of nice. ChatGPT, the technology is closed, so you cannot use it in your products. But here, same like LLaMA and other ones, models you actually can utilize in your project. You use it and it's run under MIT, so you can use this in your commercial work, which is kind of a big plus. Okay, so what they done and what we had. By the way, all of this test, what they run, they tested with different, it's probably standardized test, I hope. I did not find a reference to the test, but if you find, let me know about this. And it says we are run very good. They are comparing to version 3, which is most of us cannot run on our computers. And R1, problem is with creating smaller model, you need sacrifice, okay? Because you have you need less resources to run. It's run a little bit faster, but as a result, it is going insane very often, lie to you very often. It does not have very good self-evaluations. It does not perform very well in some instances, and in some cases, because it's a Chinese from China model, I found some sensors. You can go around, but you'll see when you ask sometimes questions, says, nope, I won't answer you. So you need to figure out, walk around how to do this. Anyway, we'll look a little bit when we go with test on this. How I say, it is not as they claim what it is. Okay, it's not competitor to OpenAI. It's not. And they compare with all model, because what are we going to compare with it for, or not all one even. And for or, well, you'll see for yourself when we go test this, and you can see. Well, let's go right now and show how you can install it. So to install this, we actually will have it like 2 blocks installed, at least with my installation. There's plenty other ones. You can LS Studio or other things. I will go use Ollama because it's a little bit nicer interface. I like how it's work. Very simple to installation. So for Ollama, we need to install a couple things. One, we want to install Ollama by itself. It's like a server which will run for us different models. And links will be down below for you. So you can go right here, download it, just scroll down right here where you see the Windows, click, and it will install executable file for you. So very easy, install it. However, when you install, what's happening, you will have it something like this going in a terminal. You can type, and most time what's happening, you just go select. Let me erase this. We'll come back to this a little bit later to this command. So it's, you see in the future now. Okay, so right here you can run, and you can see as you run, you can run Ollama, run, and just download it different models and already execute and work with them. It will work just in command prompt. So it's work, it's nice, it's running. I recommend don't install those yet, those ones, because I found by myself it's better when you install from our shell. And a shell, speaking about this, I want to have it a very nice UI interface, so because I don't want just type in command line. And for this, we're going to use it the OpenWebUI. For this, for OpenWebUI, you want to go to the GitHub and install it from here. To install from here, we also will need another thing. It's installed better if it's working container. You can install locally, like here, or you can same from them install in container. And container, it's more like isolated area with all presets, everything inside. Kind of nice, cleaner way to work with this. So for this, it's we're using Docker. And personally, I do recommend install Docker on your computer if you work with AI models and other things. Because with a Docker, how say you can create containers, just think it's isolated its own environment, yes? And you can create those containers, put it everything inside. And when you want it, you run them. So after installation, you'll have it like this running, and you can see I have it already one container running right now. In yours, if you just install it, it won't be there. But if needed, I can stop. I can have it multiple different containers, start, restart them, do all the stuff. Very nice management, and it's all isolated. So I don't need to worry to go and clean up my global environments or other things. Okay, you install Docker. So to install WebUI, open WebUI, same, you're going here, go down right there where you see this command prompt, you see the Docker run. Just copy this, going in your things, and as we saw in previous, future, past, whatever it was, and run. And when you run, you'll see this come up. So if you don't have it in containers, it's pop up. Possible. If you're running other AI things, you may have some problems, and mostly because your port is in use. And this is the reason why I'm saying, because I have a few people who posted comments and says, hey, I have this error happening. And most time, if you look on this command line that we're running right here, see -p, and it's have 3080. It's a port. One is server port, and one will have it our UI web port. So you just want to change maybe 0 to 1 if you have this problem. Just use different ports. Play with those numbers a little bit. It's just so you don't step on the same port. That is about all what we need to do here. And when you run this, you'll see your container run. Then you're ready to go and launch. So you're going in a local host 3000. From there, you have a login screen. Just simple, go click and log in, like right here. Let me sign up. So you will have it like this. Yeah, you can click and register, or if you already log in, you just can go ahead and log in. Okay. And you just sign up. The sign up, it is because it's running exclusively on your local machine, so it does not access to store in internet. It's just so other people, if you have your workspace, you can kind of share between people. You can do this. If not, don't worry. And when you load this, most likely if you click random models, you'll notice in mine I have it 3. In yours, or 4. In yours, you probably don't have any because you don't have any models yet installed. To install models, if we look on the LLaMA, going to the LLaMA library, go to the models, links down below, you'll see a lot of models here, and you can just search for them. And the first 10, you probably says, hey, you know what? Right here, if I click on version 3, I can run this. I will say in my cases, it's downloading models, but those models wasn't visible for me in UI, but I want to use this web UI. For this, we need to do a couple more things. And it will look maybe a little bit complex, but it's not that complicated, okay? It's because I want to show you different possibilities. But if you're okay with what this will happen, don't worry about this. Number one, for me, and I'm going with my stuff, I like to save data because models is big. Some of them was like 500 gigabyte, okay, when I was testing. So because of that, I don't want to save on my C drive because my C drive is SSD. It's only 2 terabytes. And when I take quarter drive just for one model, no. I have my other drives in my D drive. It's what I'm saying. Saving. But to save on a D drive, I need to tell LLaMA because Ollama by default will save all models on your C drive. I think it's user data, name of the user, or Ollama models, somewhere right there like that path saving. So to redirect on path, what we need to do, it's a launch settings. Just go and search for environmental system. So we open this one. Okay, let's go right here. Okay, and here you see you have it advanced tab, environmental variables. We'll click on this. And in environmental variables, we have it user variables for and whatever your user is. You want to add this if it doesn't exist. And in my case, I add Ollama models, Ollama models. Let me show you a little bit closer, like right there. See Ollama models and location where you want it. This way, when you run Ollama, will read these values and will save models there. By the way, after installations, Ollama probably will running, so you want to stop this. To stop, just look on your drive. It will be down with the running applications, the arrow down below. You'll just look for this LLaMA face, right click, quit. To start again, you can go on your start button, just type Ollama and you'll start server again. So it will running in this case. Then it will read it your values, your variables, and the models that you save will be there. Okay, hopefully it's not too hard, but again, that in case if you're concerned. If you have OneDrive, don't worry, just save there. Okay, let's at this time our Ollama run. running, and we'll check our containers. Our container, see right here, it's running, so we don't want to stop, so it's running just fine. And we want to go to our server. To going, just type 3000, and you should be right here after you log in. So now let's download those models. If you have a better way to download, let me know, because I was figuring out a better way to download models, and for me, it's how I found. Okay, it's not necessarily the best way. So I'm going to click on my icon settings. It's open right here, and I'm going to admin settings, so it will open on a side for me here in the settings, and I want to go to connections, and in connections right here you can see it says manage Ollama API connections. So this is the way I'm going. I'll go to manage, and right here Ollama manage, pull models from ollama.com. So I want to pull my models. You can update it, but we want loaded. So this is what model I want to load. If I'm going back to my libraries, I click on the models, and here's all different models. We'll just click on R1, and you notice this R1 model right here, we have a path. This is if you want to run a command prompt from Ollama, but we don't need it. I want to run from UI, so I just copy and this name. Notice you cannot just says DeepSeek, because DeepSeek -R1. Yes, we copy this one, and back to our screen where it says pull model from Ollama, enter model name, and you can see example. It says Mistral 7. So we'll just copy paste, and then you press download. In my case, because it's already installed, it's just verified and says, hey, it's already installed, and it's come up and says success, all the stuff. In your case, if you don't have it, it will take time and download it. Some models take a long time. When I downloaded V3 model to test, it took forever. For some reason, it took so long time, but it is a huge model. It is 400 gigabyte or something. I mean, it's a big model. Okay. And after this, when you have it, you'll see, click down, and you'll see your installed models here available for you to use. Okay, at least it's how it worked for me. Okay, let's now start. Models is there, and if you look on my models, when I have it, I have here Arena. Well, we ignored these two I wanted. I cannot run DeepSeek version 3 full model because it's not enough memory, it's what they tell. So I can run these two models, which is smaller, 7 and 15. So it's a little bit smaller model. The coder, it's worked very well. It's for the coding, but we're going to this reasoning. It's what they say, it's smaller model. It's supposed to be like ChatGPT. Okay, we'll go open here and let's type it. Well, you know what? I'm going to do a couple things. So first, I'm going to take this from Wikipedia, and this is one of the most censored things. Well, not most censored, but one this Chinese government does not like it. We'll just copy this about massacre, what is happening, because it's developed by Chinese team. It's one of the way we can verify it. Yes. So let's go right here, copy paste this, and ask the question what's happening. So Tiananmen Square protest and massacre. Let's take a little bit time to thinking. And look what we have. I'm sorry I cannot answer these questions. I'm assistant to provide harmless response. So it is still, hey, I cannot answer this. If we, for example, take same things and just put it in ChatGPT, and by the way, this is 4 it's not even O1, it's older model, yeah? So we'll go right there and just verify it. And there go, we have it all answer about this. Well, it seems like they have some sensor here, but it's not necessarily the best sensor, because I can maybe say, what do you think about, let's go this way, just like this, protest, where do you move, massacre. So, see, now it's kind of answer to me. So you can kind of going around a little bit, and this says, and I can say, give me more details, and it's probably give me more details. And some, it does provide somewhat close answer to here. But even this first test showing me they do have this validation on a sensor. And I'm sorry, but if you say harmless response and you says you are not, it's a full private thing, so you can run how you want it, it's not true, because it should answer. Because if I go and says, hey, how to build my own nuclear reactor. If I spell nuclear, maybe it's like what Homer Simpson, it's nuclear. Okay, so let's see if the answer here, and we'll just compare this and see what answer. So right here it start understanding, so it's obviously give me this. And let's go right here and say in ChatGPT, we'll see what this one will provide. Okay, see, it says I cannot provide, but it's understanding how it's built, all the stuff. So it's very similar, and I will say it is it's complex, understanding physics. Anyway, they cannot necessarily tell, but they're going. I tried some other tests, and it does not really care about harm yourself or others, so it will answer it, but it does have it some at least try to have it some sensor to create. But here's the interesting things. So let's go ahead, I'll copy this text, okay, copy, and I say translate for me. So translate this text to Russian. And the reason why, because I know Russian, so I can tell you if it's translated properly or not. And I'll just ask. And as we're doing here, same things, we'll go right in a ChatGPT. Okay, let's do in ChatGPT this as well. And there you go, ChatGPT. Of course, it's run on the servers, it's very fast, but it's translating with no problem, very fast. Nice, yeah, all words up to the till it's translating. Let's go back here, and it does not even try to translate. Sometimes it translates, maybe replace couple of words from my other ones, but notice this, it's totally ignored. It does not even trying to translate. And I notice it's quite a bit, so it is not that intuitive, not as a smart, and you can work around. But let's do this way. Write for me poem Russian about bee. Okay, so we'll do this one, and let's just do same things, copy, and we'll just do right here as well. So, just go in parallel, because if they're thinking, we'll check here. Okay, so let's see. I say specifically write in Russian, yes? And it says pre-called it's honey has. So it is already not Russian, it's English, it's mixed. Ячменем углу солнечного. Okay, you don't know Russian. If you know, you understand. But if you don't know, it is similar. Well, let me translate to English. In oat corner, sunbeam. I mean, it does not make any sense. Падает над тем, как молоко растет. It's nonsense. It just take a bunch of words, put them together, mix English and Russian, and make absolutely. It's like, somebody maybe sniff something or eat some mushrooms, or I have no idea. It's just like total bizarre. Okay, it's a hello ChatGPT 0.1 kind of like this. It's total nonsense. It does not make absolutely no sense. I mean, it's a horrible. And we'll go to ChatGPT here. Let's see, and it's perfect. I mean, every word's there. It's actual rhythm. Среди цветов, где свои сияют, пчела с рассветом улетает. Трудом согрета, как огонь, нектар несет в родной свой дом. I mean, it is a rhyme. Actually, it is work better. And they was comparing themselves to ChatGPT. I mean, no, guys, sorry, it's not even closer. Okay. Maybe your big model work, but small one which is supposed to train on this, LLaMA is better than this. LLaMA model perform much better than this. I think they just create this big puff and says, hey, we spent $9 million. Look, we're better than ChatGPT. I want to see the tests they're running, because even simple things I'm performing here is not good. I need to obviously run on a math, and math probably is better. But still, No, it's it's not radio. Sorry, guys. It's paper tiger. Okay, it's paper dragon. I mean, it's a look good, but contents it does not fit. It's not closer to Open AI. Okay. So next we can also says in same here I can same model, not specialized model. I can say write HTML game snake. Ooh, I need to spell HTML properly. Yes, there you go. So we'll do there on the same model, and again, it's not necessarily apples per apples because this is the big model, yeah, and I'm working on small. Well, to make it fair, you know what, let's go here and we'll just create new chat, and we'll just take this new chat and we'll use it the quarter. And you notice a quarter is actually quite a bit bigger model. It's twice as bigger, so more connections, stay a little bit better, and it's trained and specialized on quarter. This one, I like it. Well, I can tell you this. Write HTML game snake. Okay, and I do like how it's work here because for the quarter they're actually a little bit better, and this is good because I code like in if you do C++, Ruby, you do all other Python, work very good here, and with embedded devices, I mean that is good. And here's we have it code, and we can look. It's actually from previous. It's work very similar. Yeah, so it's right. It's nice tight code. I can tell it does not have full functionality, but it's okay. It does not restart, and I don't see the collision detection on the walls. But we'll see. It's all doable. You can tell after. Right here is a little bit bigger code. It's great. Well, obviously because the model specialized on this, but the ChatGPT should be also specialized because they don't have the specific. And yeah, it's still generated. And right here, look, we actually have it code. Let's see. I don't know how it's work. Well, it does not detect. Let's look how I can move. I don't see how I can move this. I don't see any arrows. Nope. I have no navigation. Oh no. So it's creating everything, but I don't see. Yep, it does not have any code for navigation. The code for navigations will be like if you go right here. Let's see. See, we have some codes here, change directions, but this one code did not write. But defense I tried before and is actually wrote for me, but not this time. So it's inconsistency in this. It does not have a self-evaluation. We could probably say, hey, what about navigation key? So we'll see. And it's apologized. Let me add. So it's probably fixed any problem. But here you guys have it. There's a review. This is why Nvidia stock is crushed the last $600 billion. I cannot believe it in this. Okay, that is the announcement about how to train model. This is based again on my best knowledge with research and looking on this. How to say the benefits? It's open source. It's something they're competitor to OpenAI. Almost always for the competitors, always good, but it's more smoke than constant, I think, in essay, because with this model you can see our model reasoning model is, at least in my case, it may be okay, but I think it's censored a little bit there. I see some problems there a little bit. So, well, we'll see what's happening, but hopefully you're enjoying. Let me know your result. Let me know what you think. If you test it, if maybe I did something wrong, okay, just please let me know on this. I'll appreciate you watch, and we'll see you next time.